everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be making a Hexagon Barbie cardigan or doll cardigan. And we're going to start that in just a moment. Monique here, Little Gems Creations 1. Today we are going to be working on a Hexagon doll cardigan. So you're gonna need a 2.5. Oh, you can't see it. Can you see it? You look really close. No, you can't see it, but it's right there. It says 2.5 millimeter crochet hook. You will need some scissors, darning needle, and some scrap 3-ply lightweight yarn. So we're going to start by crossing our yarn, and we are going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to slip stitch into that first chain, and we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Now we're gonna do a double crochet, so yarn over your hook into your space, and I'm catching my tail. You see my tail there. Pull through, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. And we're gonna do another one. Yarn over into the space, pull through, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. We're going to chain 1, and now we're going to do another little cluster. So we're going to call these clusters, okay? So yarn over into that same center, catching my tail, pull through, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. Yarn over into the space, catch tail, pull through, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. Okay, so we need one more double crochet for that cluster. So yarn over into the space, pull through, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops, and chain 1. So we've got 1, chain 1, and 1 more cluster. Okay, so we just chained 1, so we're going to do another cluster. I want you to have a total of 6 clusters in this center space, and then meet me back. Okay? Okay, so I want you to see here, I'm running out of space. So here's what you do. You just shimmy it over. Be brutal. So I'm doing my last cluster. This is my 6th cluster. So I'm doing 3 double crochets. And then here's my 3rd double crochet. I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to go in the 3rd chain of that chain 3 we did at the beginning. And we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay. So this is what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clusters. So now we're going to chain up 3, which counts as a double crochet. Now, we have the 3 from our cluster here. I want you to reach behind where we came out, and we're going into that space. So the chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. We just did another one. We're going to do 3. Now, no chain or anything. We're going to go to that next space. See the space right here? We're going to go to that chain 1 space. We're going to do 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3 double crochets in there. We're going to chain 1, and we're doing 3 more double crochets in that same chain 1 space, okay? So 1, 2, Wait, focus there. Now, we are not going to chain anyone. We're just going to reach to that next chain one space. See that chain one space there? So I put my yarn over my hook. I reach across. And we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 1, and in that same space, we're going to do 3 more double crochets. 1, oops, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we're gonna reach for the next space. They're kind of hard, you have to look for them. So yarn over your hook, you're just reaching. We're gonna do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 1, and in that same space we're going to do 3 more double crochets. So I want you to continue all the way around, okay? And then meet me back. Okay, so I've come around. So now I'm back to where I did that first 3. So in that same space, I'm just going to reach. I'm not doing any chains. I'm going to go in here and do 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. We are going to chain 1, and we're going to go in the 3rd chain of that chain 3 that we did at the beginning. We're going to slip stitch it just like that. We're going to leave a bit of a tail, and we're going to pull the tail through the loop. Pull tight. Okay, so this is what you've got so far. Now I want you to do the exact same thing again and meet me back. Okay, so now I've got 2 of these. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch colors. And like I said, this is like absolute scrap. Let me just... the heck? There we go. Sorry, it was super tangled. Okay, so now we're going to take our next color and we're going to go to one of our corner spaces. So these are corners where we've got the chain 1. We are going to hold the yarn at the back, pull through, and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm holding that at the back. Okay, so now into this space we're going to do 2 more double crochet, and I'm going to catch that tail just to anchor it down. 1, 2. Okay, so now we're going to reach for the next space, and this one just gets 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now you see how this one has a corner? See, it has a peak. That one is going to get the 3, 1, and 3. So 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1, and in that same space I want 3 more double crochets. Oops. Oh, let's try that one over. So we chained 1, and now we're doing 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now you see this space coming? There's a space, but it's got no peak. So it's not a corner, it's just a space. So that only gets 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. We go to the next one. And it's got a peak, so we're doing the corner, which is 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 more double crochets. So just repeat this all the way around and meet me back. Okay, so now we're at the end. So in that very first space we started in, we're just going to do 3 double crochet. And then we are going to do our chain 1 and slip stitch into that very first, or sorry, the third chain of the chain 3 we did at the beginning. Pull through, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then like we did before, we're going back to that space, that chain 1 space. We're putting 2 more double crochets. 1, 2. Now, just like we did before, we're going to go around where you have a peak, you do a corner, and in the other spaces, you just do 3 double crochet. And it's going to start getting kind of like this. And this is what we want. This is how our sweater is going to look. No, how does it look? I don't know, it always takes me a few times. I don't know. I have to finish it and then I'll be able to show you what I mean. So that will be, yeah, that will be the arm. And this is the back and the front. It'll go like this. Anyway, just keep going. You're doing another round in this color and then meet me back. Okay, so we are at the end of this and I just want you to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Okay, leave a bit of a tail. And we're going to pull this into here. Pull tight. Okay, now do the same thing to this one that we just did. And if you did your center right and you give that tail a little pull, it'll cinch up that middle just like I did for this one. If it doesn't, don't panic. When you hide your threads, you can use this to sew that opening closed. Okay, so do the 2 rounds of the next, and this bending all over the place, this waviness is a good thing. This is what we're looking at so far for our sweater. Isn't that cute? Okay, so do this to that. Meet me back. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next color. So again, in one of the peaks, you're going to go into there. You are going to hold your tail at the back, bring the loop through, chain up 3. Now moving your tail along the stitches, you're going to put 2 more double crochets in that space. And then another one. So that's half of this corner. Now we're going to let that tail fall. We're going to put 3 double crochets in the next space. And we're going to do that to the next corner. In the next corner, we're going to put 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 more double crochets, just like we did on this other round. So do that. You're going to do this color for 2 rounds and then meet me back. Okay, so I've done my 2 rounds of this. I'm just gonna do my chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. So now what I want you to do is do the same thing to your other piece, and then we'll meet back and we will sew them together. So make sure when you come back you have your darning needle or yarn needle or a needle to sew this up. So see, this is how we're looking for our cardigan. Okay, do the other one and meet me back. Oh, and do the other one and then hide your threads and meet me back. Hiding threads is important. Okay, do that, meet me back. Okay, so this is what you have. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it just like this, but I want you to fold, well, I want you to take a length of yarn for sewing up. We're gonna put our needle on there. And then, so this is the right side, okay? And you can tell kind of, because it kind of curves this way. You see how the stitch is kind of curved this way? So we want wrong sides together. Okay. And we are going to go from the space, the chain 1 space. We're going to put our thread in there. And I'm just going to hold this tail. There, that's about the right length. And now we're going to stitch these together. And this is called a whip stitch. You just keep going from the same side. And we're going to go along, just picking up one side of each of these. And each of these stitches. And we're just going to go along until we get to the next space, okay? So right sides together, whip stitching till we get all the way to that other corner. Okay, so you do that and meet me back. Okay, so I'm all the way to the chain 1 space right there, and I'm gonna put 2 stitches in there, and then we're gonna make a loop. Don't pull the loop tight. We're gonna go in the loop once, go through the loop twice, and pull tight. Okay, so there you go. You've made the sleeve. Okay, so we're gonna leave it inside out. We're gonna do the same to our other one. We're gonna put it inside out. We are going to sew up the top corner to corner, and then we'll sew up the back. So do what you just did again. Okay, so this is what you have. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it just like this, but I want you to fold, well, I want you to take a length of yarn for sewing up. We're gonna put our needle on there. And then, so this is the right side, okay? And you can tell kind of, because it kind of curves this way. You see how the stitch is kind of curved this way? So we want wrong sides together. Okay. And we are going to go from the space, the chain 1 space. We're going to put our thread in there. And I'm just going to hold this tail. There, that's about the right length. And now we're going to stitch these together. And this is called a whip stitch. You just keep going from the same side. And we're going to go along, just picking up one side of each of these. And each of these stitches, and we're just going to go along until we get to the next space, okay? So right sides together, whip stitching till we get all the way to that other corner. Okay, so you do that and meet me back. Okay, so we've got both of them sewn. So now we're just gonna go and sew up the back. So going to that same corner stitch, but I'm using the thread, I had leftover thread, so I'm just gonna use the thread. We're going into that corner space. Okay. And then we'll go into that corner space again on the other side. Do you see what I'm doing here? Okay. And now just for one side, not the other, we're going to whip stitch these together all the way down. Okay, so take one from each side and just sew them all the way down. Do that all the way to the corner and then meet me back. So now I want you to hide your threads, but this is what you should have. So hide your threads on the back and then meet me back and we'll just finish off. Okay, so we're going to turn it inside in. And this is what you should have. Isn't it adorable? Now it looks big and it is big, but it's meant to be like a bulky sweater, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're just going to outline it. So we'll start in the upper corner and we will go down, around, and back up. Just to give it a bit of a finish, or you can stop here, whichever you prefer. Isn't it adorable? Okay. So I'm going to start. I'm using the same blue. We are going to start in this corner because we want it facing us so that we have the right side. Okay, so. And we're just going to chain up one because we're doing single crochets now, just for trim. And we're going to go into each stitch. Okay, so just go in each stitch. And when you get down to the corner, I want you to put 3 stitches in the corner, into the corner space. Okay, so do this around. I'll meet you at a corner and show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm at the corner. See the corner space? I'm going to go 1, and in that same space, 2, and in that same space, 3. And then I'm going to shuffle my stitches over and start in that next stitch. And this is just single crochet. Into the stitch, pull through, yarn over, go through 2 loops. Very simple. So now what we're doing is we're working around the bottom. Okay, and you'll just keep going. So that's a stitch, and then you'll go into that stitch, okay, for the back. Okay, isn't it adorable? Okay, do that, meet me back. Okay, so I've gone all the way around. I'm back where we started. So I'm going to do one more single crochet, and then we're just going to slip stitch into that first stitch. Okay, make your tail big. Cut. Go through your loop. Hide your threads. And there you have it, guys. This is the cardigan for your doll. Oversized hexagon cardigan. So hide those threads like I said, and it's done. If you want, you can put like some ties on there, or Velcro, or you can just leave it so it can hang open, whichever you prefer. Isn't it cute? So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, and if you want to see more tutorials, hit that subscribe. Have a great day. Bye now. Oh, yeah, sorry. Check that description. I put tons of interesting things in my description, so be sure to check the description too. Okay, bye now.